So, however much we would like to have the idea of time travel, it unfortunately only exists in the realms of science fiction. For those of us who are Doctor Who fans, yeah. So, really, if you do something stupid, or you miss an opportunity, what's done is done and no going back in second opportunities. Yes, we do have the concept of teshuvah. If you do an aveira, Hashem allows us to do teshuvah and can go back and can even do the aveira which you did, can even turn it into a mitzvah. Incredible idea, but that's not the main topic I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is mitzvahs. If I have an opportunity to do a mitzvah, if I have an opportunity to do shluch hakein and I don't, if I have an opportunity to kibbutz avaim and I don't, that opportunity is gone. Yes, it could come up, another opportunity to come up later, but it's not that same opportunity. It's not that same mitzvah which just passed. However, there is one exception to this rule. That is the mitzvah of Korban Pesach. The mitzvah of Korban Pesach, if you miss it through no fault of your own, you were tomei to a mason mitzvah, you were coming along to Yerushalayim just before Pesach, and you're about to get into Yerushalayim, walking past Mevaseret, and you see far in the fields, see yonder person lying there. Go over, see what's happening, see if he's alright, and lo and behold, he's dead. And there's no one else around for miles. It's a mitzvah on you to bury that person. Yes, it's the day before Pesach, and you'll not be able to do the Korban Pesach because you'll be tomei. Hashem says, go and do it anyway. And because of this, Hashem said, there's a second opportunity to do Korban Pesach. So now, why Korban Pesach? What's so special about Korban Pesach that allows us to, Hashem tells us, I'll give you a second opportunity. So the Chinuch tells us that what is the Korban Pesach? The Korban Pesach is a mitzvah which shows Hashem's singleness in this world. It's the mitzvah which culminates the whole process of Hashem upturning the whole of nature from beginning to the end of the Sheshis Yemei Bereshis to save his people from slavery of Egypt. That is what the Korban Pesach is. So therefore I can understand, therefore, it's such an important aspect of our lives that Hashem will give us a second opportunity. However, there are a couple of questions which still need answering. Number one, whenever we have Yom Tovim, they're not just mere commemorations of good days and back way when we had a good time there, so let's have a party now. It's not that. When we have Purim and Chanukah, it's not just we defeated the Yavonim, let's party. There's nothing to do with that. The Chazal Hashem has a special koyach coming down on those days, and through the mitzvahs of the Yom Tovim, we are able to tap into that special koyach and get a special energy which we otherwise wouldn't be able to tap into. That is what Yom Tovim are, the opportunity for us to relive a special opportunity, a special koyach, and really gain it from it. That is what Yom Tovim are. And another question, Nisan and Iyar are two diametrically opposed months. Nisan is a month of sheer jubilation, of joy, of happiness, so much so in fact, that also for Hespedim, someone dies, it's also to eulogize them, you're not allowed to fast in Nisan, public mourning is not allowed, whereas on the other hand, Iyar is a much more solemn, a much more sober month. A month of recognition, a month of growth, a month to get to the place where we're trying to be, a month of when you're going to get to Matan Torah. That's Iyar. Two complete different months. How can we just uproot something from Nisan and place it in Iyar? It just doesn't make sense. However, there's an interesting moshel. It's an English moshel, sure, but there's a game called snooker in England. It's quite similar to pool. You start off the game with the balls in the triangle in the middle. So now, and you break off. The first guy breaks off. And the most choshev thing that can happen in snooker is you have a 147 break. You're the person that breaks the triangle, and from that break you manage to score 147 points. The most choshev thing that can happen. And since snooker is a very proper and posh game, if you get a 147 break, you shake the hands of everyone around the table, including the referee and your opponents. So that's the way it's done. So at one point, it's never happened before in history that somebody got 100 100s in one season. And one season it came up, one guy was on 99 100s and he was struggling through the game, eventually got his 100 points of the season. And it was very cool and very good, and he shook everyone's hands. However, his opponent refused to shake his hand. Okay, so after the game he spoke to the opponent and said, you don't think 100 100s is a big thing? He's like, of course it's a very big thing. However, a handshake from the opponent is saved for a great occasion. What is a great occasion? A great occasion is not when you do 100 good things. That's not a great occasion. A great occasion is when you start from the beginning and go all the way to the end in one go. That is a great thing. That deserves a handshake. I think we can learn from this very important lessons to our own lives. That what is the Omer? The Omer is a month when we are growing ourselves, we are building. It's not one day at a time, it is a continuous motion of day, continually going from beginning to end, from the Korban Pesach to Kabbalah Torah, from Pesach to Torah, Matan Torah, that is the Omer. It's not 49 individual days, it's one long group of days where you're continually growing. It's not 49 good things, it's one great things. If you look in the parsha of Pesach Sheni, what happens? The people come up to Moshe and complain, why should we be worse off than our brothers? Usually when we have mitzvahs in the Torah, what happens? We have a pasuk, etc. That's what usually happens. But over here, Rashi tells us, these people were zoichet to have the parsha mentioned in the name. Why? Because they recognized the fact that they were missing out the opportunity to grow from that step one to the last step. It's one continuous motion. They recognized the fact that they were missing out something. Yes, you could do each as an individual part, but it's not that one fluid motion which allows us to go from the beginning to the end and grow and to be a great person. And I think it's a very important message for the rest of our lives as well, that if we really want to grow, if we really want to continue doing what Hashem wants us to do, and want to make it as part of our lives, not as individual days, but as a whole life of growth and getting closer to Hashem, there's not one stone Hashem will leave unturned in order to help us get to that destination.